Happy Sunday Funday. Today's action-packed episode will bring you some new lights, updates on tanks, and unfortunately, a sick fish. Well, good morning, fishy folks, and happy Sunday Funday. To those of us that got snow the past 4 to 8 hours, yay snow. To those of us that don't like snow, I like snow, so it really doesn't bother me. But I drive a Subaru and I have a snowblower, so today's Sunday Funday it's gonna be busy for me personally, not just down here, but got a lot going on. Most importantly, we got the Manchester Derby. If you don't know what that is, I'm boring you. If you do know what it is, you know it's one of the most anticipated derbies in soccer or football. So we got a couple things going on. A project I want to do. I got the cart. I've added some stickers to it. We got the Michael's Fishroom sticker over there. We have the Jadrin Aquatic sticker of Michael's Fishroom. I'm going to be adding some more. It's just what I've done so far. And we have this rubberized material. It's Contact is the brand, and it's grip liner is what they call it. It was $5 at Target. I was in Target yesterday for a couple items, and I'm like, I need some of that. So I'm gonna line the drawers with it so things don't slide around and it's not so noisy. It's really not that big a deal. I do have a tape measure, although I'm probably just gonna eye it up. It happens to be the same exact width as I need, so that makes it easy. And yeah, that's pretty much that. What else is going on in the fish room, you ask? I'll show you. Really nothing. Although I did have, it looks like I had some water on the floor and I don't know where it came from. The only thing I've done with this 55, if you remember, the drain in the back right there, when I moved the drain pipe, that one was sort of hard plumbed in that it was hard PVC. It's a 1-inch bulkhead. When I bought the tank, that's what was there. So I just had to extend that out a little bit. So this went with a week or so without a water change. But then when I fixed that, I added the water change line, and I used one of those liner clips, which somebody suggested to me. One of the subscribers suggested to me. I have one there, and I have one also over here. Kind of testing them out. I think they're gonna rust. And this actually isn't doing anything. Look at that. This is supposed to be there, like that. But yeah, so I guess I don't need that one there. And I think it has only been there for about a week, and it's already rusty. I don't know if you can see. There's the rust. So probably not a great idea. I was supposed to ship some of these guys yesterday from an eBay auction, which I'm going to stop selling on eBay. I think the fees are ridiculous. I'm not really sure. I gotta sit down and run the numbers and see, is it still worth it? And if it is, you know, what do I charge to make it really worth it? So, but these are supposed to ship yesterday on Saturday. Because the post office does work on Sunday, apparently. And with the snow, I decided to hold off, and the buyer said, do whatever you think is best. So they'll be going out tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think that here's an update on the lights. That's what we got to talk about, lights, right? So I hung. This is one of the Home Depot lights. I'll link the video. You know, I'll put it maybe up here to the unboxing I did of this light. I moved. So up here I used to have all these lights, but it's a pain to get into those tanks. So I put one of these lights, which makes it really bright, towards the room. Not so bright in the tanks, but we're gonna see how it grows moss. I added another 3-foot one of these eBay lights here, which needs to, oops, sorry about that. Which looks like I need to adjust this. There we go. Not so I'm liking the light, not loving it. I'm liking it. It gets really hot, which I guess is okay, but yeah, so I had about 1,000 black panda babies. No, I don't. I mean, I came down here and it looked like there were 2 more litters dropped. So these guys are doing fantastic. I know Corey's sold his all to the store. So if you want some, you know, hit up the website. We sell fry packs and pairs. American Koi guppies, looks like another litter was dropped. There's quite a bit more small fry in there. So once some of these females get old enough, I'll drop that other male in here. So I put the other light that was up there. You know, one of these. These were the original Home Depot lights I bought. Put the other light up here just to light this tank for now. Obviously, it's not permanent because these tanks are coming down. And there's the other eBay light. I liked it a lot over here. It seemed to be really, you know, really light up the tanks, but not so sure I love them. I like the size and I like the cost, so I don't know really what there isn't to love. Let's talk about this Hyphen Swordtail Tank. So they're black, mostly black with some white and a red hyphen. They look fantastic. There is one neon hyphen swordtail in there as well. Obviously it's not for my neons because I didn't have the hyphen gene, but unfortunately I believe they're all females. So I got to figure out what to do. Do I just take one of these offspring from the blue-black swords that I have and see what comes out? Do I look for a male? Not really sure. I tell you what, I did see vampire swordtails from a local-ish fish store. You know, they had an ad online on Facebook. They're $10 each, which basically made it so I wasn't taking a ride. But I still want to get them. They look fantastic. They're all dark red. Anyway, we got the Pisto Tank here. Not so sure what's going on. I know one of the females likes to hang out in that cave, which is the idea. The other one has taken up the big cave, and the male just kind of chills. So I don't really know what's going on there. I'm not really hard pressed to breed right now because it's Christmas and I got a lot going on. And over Christmas break, I'll finish the fish room renovation, which will be dismantling this rack, moving this rack, putting a big rack here, probably a 90 and a 75. And then 20s along the middle here, 10s all up top. I'll probably redo that plumbing up there to move those those hose connections. Wow, that was a cough and a hiccup at the same time. That's interesting. And then this is coming down, and I'm putting this rack over here, and it's going to have 320 longs on it. Hopefully, as an Pisto breeding rack, and one of the tanks may be a pleco breeding tank. I did get a couple things for the fish room. I think Bob Steamfot is the first one that turned us on to these, but they're cheap. This whole box, it was an Amazon deal. I think the whole box was like $8 or $10. And there's 4 basically pleco caves in there. I should open it and show you, but I don't want to open it yet because I'm not ready to use them. And a normal pleco cave is usually, I think, like $10. So I'm going to try them out. I do have 2 bristlenose, albino bristlenose. One in this tank. Wow, that filter needs to be cleaned. And one in this tank. I don't know if you can see my cheat sheet here, but I put B-Ed on the tanks where they are because I could never remember which tank and I could never find them. So, yeah. What else? Oh, I also got this. This was another deal. I've always wanted a hygrometer, which is to measure humidity, and a temp probe for down here. And I never pulled the trigger because I'm cheap. But this was another deal. I think it was $5, $4.99 lightning deal. I don't know how accurate it is, because 41%, 50% high humidity, that's really not bad for anywhere, but a fish room especially. We got the humidifier in the corner doing its work, so. What else? I think that's it. I'm going to line these shelves here, and then show you the finished product, and then maybe that'll be it. Stand by. Alright, fishy folks, that took less than a minute to do 3 drawers, and you can see I have some left, so it's a pretty good $5 I think I spent. So yeah, I mean, it's a little narrow, but I don't really care. It's going to do its purpose. I want to give you an update on my communication with the seller. If you remember, when there we go. When I bought it, it was bent to, you know what? I still think it's bent. No, must be a different connector. It was bent pretty bad, and yeah, there it is. Let's see, right there. I can't get that screw in. So I contacted the seller, and at first he said, "Oh, well, what is it broken? What's going on?" And I told him, I was able to put it together. It took a little bit longer than it should have, and I had to bend some metal, and one I can't bend and get into place. Can you do something for me? And he said, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to send you a new one and you send the old one back? I said, if you really want to send me a new one, you certainly can, but it seems like a lot of shipping cost to ship this one back and ship another new one. I can't imagine you're gonna, I would imagine you're gonna lose money. So then he said, well, let me see what the warehouse can do. That was on Wednesday. It's now Sunday, no communication. So I'm going to hit him up on Monday and just see what he says. I understand this is more than likely it's not a warehouse issue. It's a, shipping company issue, but I didn't hire the shipping company. And to be honest, now that I think about it out loud, I'm not. If he does something, great. If he doesn't do something, it's not his fault. It's like if I shipped fish and something happened to in the post office. To be honest, I would probably reship the fish, but I would charge the shipping fee. Now, there was no shipping fee here, so I'm just going to drop it, I think. Thanks for listening, guys. I love when I talk things out. Look, angels are schooling. Not really. I think I'm gonna, I have a 30-gallon upstairs, which I've shown before, but it's a disaster right now, the water. So a 30-gallon is a little taller than this, right? But, so imagine a 30-gallon is this tall. The water's like down to here. I've got water wisteria growing up out of the water. It's a disaster, complete disaster. But I think I'm gonna take a 55 and put it in its spot, because it'll fit. And then I'm gonna take the 2 ginormous angels that I have in the tank and the 4 delicious angels I got from Hypnotic Aquatics, and I think I'm going to put those in there. My wife will be happy. She likes angels. Alright guys, I think that's it for the Sunday Funday update. I did see an issue with a fish. That fish mouth is jacked up and it looks really, really skinny, so I'm going to treat this tank, and probably with levamisole and general cure and maybe EM erythromycin, and see what's up, because that fish does not look healthy. It looks really skinny with a sunken belly and his mouth is jacked up. So I can't tell, is his mouth jacked up because of an internal parasite, and that's why he's skinny and sunken in? Or is he skinny and sunken in because his mouth is jacked up? I don't really know, but he's struggling. So we're going to treat this tank. Alright guys, that's it for Sunday Funday. That's not very fun. Still MFR20 over at Teespring, Michael's Fishroom store, to buy the Guppy Nation t-shirt or whatever t-shirt you want that I have. Of course, we have michaelsfishroom.com where fish are on sale. I'm still shipping. I'm just watching the weather, and I may postpone, which is, if you're buying fish, you're going to want your fish to arrive alive. So, all right, guys. Sorry, my mind is on that sick fish over there. So I'll give you an update on, I don't know when we'll give you an update, probably next week sometime. So alright guys, have a great day. Sunday Funday. Peace out. Yo. I'm gonna make these shelves, and then I'll show you make the shelves. Yeah. Why can't I speak? Small project, new lights, sick fish. Okay. And maybe EMF for erythro. Wow. Sunday Funday. It snowed. Yay. Sunday Funday video. Want a little tour of the fish room and see some projects going on?